Alrighty, and hello everybody, and welcome back to another Fig review. Oh my gosh, we're back, baby! It's been a while since I recorded a video. For those keeping track and, I don't know, counting the numbers, we are now at month 10 of baby being born and out in the world, and the figures have piled up. I don't actually have that big of a pile, but I have enough of a pile that it's a little sad. I wanted to jump into just opening the whole rest of the group because we opened Laios before she was born, so now the whole party is here, finally. But we're gonna take a look at Chilchuck, Marcille, and Senshi from Dungeon Meshi. If you want to see Laios, there's already a video that's up on my channel. You should go check it out. I have all the details there. His is going to probably be a little bit more thorough than the rest of them because he had his own standalone video. But without further ado, let's just jump into them. We got 3 of these bad boys here. So I want to start with Senshi. Yippee! Boom, top of the box. This is probably going to be the same for all of them, but if it's not, I'll show the other ones, I guess. And again, probably the same for all of them, but they are probably going to have this gray brick background. I remember Laios did have the same thing, so. A look at his shell as well. He's got like a loose bag here, it looks like, of arm pieces in his base. But there he is in his full glory in his box. Oops, I just realized, and I did this for all 3 of them because I'm editing this out of order. I didn't show the box, like just the outside of the box. So here is the front, sides for Senshi. Ooh. All right, so we have the top angle that we're gonna do just to look at all the pieces and parts. Of course, I'll continue to do that for the rest of them as well. But let's get Senshi out of his box. We'll kind of go through the accessories. Just one by one, show them all off so you can just kind of see them on. And I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is pose them all to be sitting around the bowl, of course, because that you just got to do it. You got to do it. So I'll probably end up changing Laios' pose, even though I think I just put his accessories away yesterday. That was kind of stupid in retrospect. Either way, let's go ahead and get Senshi out and looked at. He's got one big wrapping going around him. He's got one at his neck, got one at his waist, one on his hands, both hands, and one big one on his hips. Yeah, his hips. He is a beefy Nendoroid. This is probably the beefiest Nendoroid I've actually ever had. He's sturdy. Sturdy Nendoroid. But yeah, there he is. Look how cute. He's so silly looking. So he got his big helmet. It doesn't look like you can take this fully apart. I don't know if you'd be able to fit other Nendoroids in the helmet. Sometimes they make these parts interchangeable. So I'll give that a shot just really quick to see. You've got the holes in his helmet. That's weird. I don't know if I particularly like this little black dot. I know he's supposed to have like a hole in his helmet, but this seems a little bit distracting. I have a magnetic acrylic piece of Senshi clothes, and that's how it looks there, so I guess that's why. It just looks a little bit odd altogether, because I don't know, it doesn't really look like his hair. It just kind of looks wrong on the real thing, I guess. But what it is what it is. He's got his big beard, which is kind of just like it kind of looks like a cloak almost. If you can't look too closely. You can only look at him from the front. That's it. But it's big black hair. It is pretty flat. There's not really a lot of colors going on for him. Even like the silver here is flat. The horns are a flat, like tan color. I'm not really seeing a lot of shading on him, which Nendoroids can be kind of hit or miss for. It just kind of depends on who's producing it. But he's got big arms. Can rotate at the shoulders for the most part. It gets a little bit cut off, but when we have armor with these characters, you're just kind of run into that. The upper arm can rotate. This is all one piece here. This is all one piece. You can rotate the hands though. The hips can't really do much with, to be honest. There's a little bit of a wiggle here. He's got Look at, he's got, like, look how thick his legs are. They gave him his muscles at least. You can rotate his legs, and you cannot rotate the feeties. It is just the legs rotating. Now he's not really doing big movements. So like, how many poses are you gonna really put Senshi in? Probably not that many. So you'll be okay. And then look, he's got his little white undies underneath too. Perfection. But they kind of made him big. I think he's just got like little briefs, not like little shorts in the series, but it's fine. It's okay. There's a little bit of pink on his nose though. I mentioned there was no shading. His nose is a little pink, but very cute. We love Senshi. I think he's kind of becoming best boy for me. I can't lie. Anyways, moving on. He has his chopsticks hand, which does have a little bit of extra protection as well. The paint on him does feel a little thick. I can't lie. Like when you can feel it, it's kind of like matte feeling, almost coarse. But just again, so you know, he has his food hand, hot pot bowl, also with protection on there. His second face, look how cute. It's a little scary like this. And looking at how his face is built, I don't think other Nendoroids can wear his helmet, which is a little sad because a lot of Nendoroid parts are interchangeable, but it's okay, I guess. But his simple little face. And then we, of course, have his utensils / fighting materials. Is that the word I'm looking for? I don't think so. The mithril knife. Ooh, very cool, very cool. Man, look at my ugly nails. Actually, don't look at my ugly nails. Shh, pretend I didn't say that. And we have his little soup ladle. Soup ladle. Kind of wish the handle was painted on this one. Maybe that's, if it's show accurate, then I guess that's probably why it's not, but it could be nice. We have as well the bread. Oh, there it is. Easy to take out. Just a little bag. The bread. I do like he has interchangeable parts he can put in his pot, so it's not just like hot pot, which is one of the more iconic things. But now you can have him scream about bread. You can have him scream bread. Yes. And then, as I mentioned earlier, of course, there is, as well protected as all the other pieces. There's a lot of these ones are pretty well protected for paint, which is nice because there was another piece even underneath with the pot and the hot pot. But the hot pot contents, and once again the mithril pot. Oh, so cool, so cool. Man, this looks yummy. I just ate too. But yeah, there's all of his main accessories. Actually, he's got one or two more over here. Get that opened. So the base and the extra peg are in that extra little baggie. But then he also has 2 extra arms. These are the pot holding hands, so you can kind of have him go like this. Doesn't seem like it's super sturdy. Yeah, it's not super sturdy. This is a kind of a hard thing to put together, but I mean, as long as you aren't throwing your Nendoroid around, I'm sure you'll be fine, but it's a little awkward to get on. But there you go. So you can have him holding the pot, which maybe I'll use. Because I don't think you can really have him sit. Which I wanted everyone sitting, but he doesn't have extra legs. And you cannot bend his legs up and down. He has a little bit of a little tiny bend this way, but the legs aren't bending, so I guess he'll be standing to give everybody hot pot. That's the only thing I can really do. But anyways, that is Senshi. Let me get him posed, and then we'll move on to the next guy. Oh my gosh, look how cute he is. He's so happy to be here. Now, I'm gonna be honest, Senshi's a little simple for what he can do. He has some really good accessories. 'Cause, I mean, he has the hot pot, the bread, his own hot pot bowl, so you can at least still have him standing and eating with everybody. I guess everybody's probably going to be standing though, because Nendoroids aren't that posable. I did think it was funny how long his pot holding arms are. Look how much longer they are than his like other arms. Like, his arms kind of like stretched. It's a little scary looking once you get it all together, but it's still super cute. So I'm definitely gonna keep it like this. But there's Senshi! Yippee! Anyways, now let's move on to Marcille. Alright, we got Marcille out of her box. Once again, if you need the instructions, boom, bang. And here is her lovely shell. Looks like she has a little bit less than Senshi here. But the shell. As I mentioned earlier, I forgot to film the outside of the box. So here's Marcille's outside of the box. Whee! Wow, a box. Alrighty, so now we have Marcille. Ooh, let's get her out. Like I mentioned, it doesn't look like she has quite as many extra accessories attached on the back. Ugh. Oops. But she does have a few accessories that I just flung all over the place. But here she is, all wrapped up with her big wrap, her face wrap, has a little hair ponytail wrap, a neck wrap, and one on her waist. Oh God, oh, her foot, oh, her little dainty foot. Yeah. And she has one on each leg. Those are a little bit hard to get out without tearing them, so is what it is, folks. But there's Marcille. Look how cute. Very sweet, very adorable. Now, as I mentioned before, it seems like a lot of their paint is not super shaded or multi-dimensional. There's different colors on different parts, but again, I feel like, you know, some Nendoroids are just super highly shaded and some are just a plain flat color. And this, as I mentioned, is like a kind of more matte feeling paint. Now, it's not completely no color. There is like a little couple hints of orange on some of the bends of her hair, but there's really not a lot. So there's a little bit down here. It's super light though. Like, basically might as well not even be there. If I'm being honest. Her hair. Super cute outfit though, especially because her outfit's like probably the most involved of the bunch, because she has her bows, her braided hair, her little ribbons, the ribbons up here. She's got two belts, one for her book and then one for her fanny pack satchel. Her foot fell off again. I think these feet are going to be a problem. She can, of course, move her head a decent bit. Her hair kind of does get in the way of certain things, but she's got a lot more movement than Senshi did. Her arms, they can go up, but again, you got to watch out for the hair where you can pose them. You can twist her arm and you can separately twist her hand. Her waist, you can also twist around basically as much as you need, I guess, if you want to have it be fully flipped. Her legs, though, basically no movement. And also, this is the 4th time this foot has fallen off. And these feet cannot rotate. These are stuck as they are. So there's no rotating the feet to other poses. She's honestly a bit limited. You can kind of twist her leg underneath, but it's pretty stiff to do. I kind of wish the feet were rotatable just because of how hard it is to rotate her legs, but it is a thing you can do. Anyways, moving on to her faces. This super silly, cute cry face. This is a great face for Marcille because she's crying almost every time they eat. So is this the face I'm gonna use? Probably. Oh, but this is also really good. This is another great face. She's definitely got the best faces of the group. Granted, Marcille's probably the most expressive, but I think Senshi probably couldn't have much more, but Lyle's, I think, could have had a better one. That's my opinion. Now, which one am I going to use? I think I'm going to have to use this one. This one's really good. She, of course, has her staff, whose name is escaping me right now, but I know it does have a name of some sorts. A girly name, I think. I can't remember it. Pretty cute. Again, flat color, but the little stem is at least a different color, so that's nice at least. We also have another bent arm and a holding hand for the mandrake that she comes with, which is a great accessories. The Dungeon Meshi series Nendoroids so far have all had really good accessories, so these are fantastic. She, of course, also has her hot pot bowl and her chopstick hand, which I will probably be using because I want them all to eat together. And then she has another bent arm and holding hand. Let's go ahead and get her posed. Alright, and there is Marcille all posed up. I really like the way this came out. I did decide to, this isn't really like how this should be put, but I think it's Ambrosia. Is that what the name is? That sounds familiar, but I might be wrong. But either way, I decided to put her staff just kind of floating on her back, but it kind of gets like trapped in her hair in a good way. So this is a little tip and trick if you want to get her staff on her back, since she doesn't really have a way to pose it with her. She is a little annoying to pose. She's not the worst Nendoroid I've had to pose, but like her foot definitely kept falling off. And like too, like her hair things are supposed to clip together right here, but they don't really do that. So it just, you end up kind of seeing like a white peg sticking out if you're not lucky. It's a little stiff, I think, because of the paint that they used, but she still looks great. This is just because of her face. This is such a good face. As a general heads up, long-haired Nendoroids are always a pain to pose because their hair peg has to be kind of funky. So that was a little tough too, but if you work with it enough, you can get it. So it's easier to take this piece off, put it in her back, and then attach her, and then figure out your posing. It's still not perfect, but as I was talking a little bit later, it started to fall out slowly. So she's not very sturdy on her base, but it is what it is. Anyways, let's move on to Chilchuck, my boy, my baby boy. He's not a baby, he's a grown adult. He's a full-ass father. Here's Chilchuck in his shell, yippee! And as with the last ones, I guess if you really need them, boom, bang. But here's Chilchuck on the front, Chilchuck on the back. It looks like he's got a similar amount of stuff as Marcille does too. And like I said earlier, I forgot to get the box, so here's front, this sides. And wow, that's just so crazy how boxes exist. I do like for Nendoroids, since they get bootlegged so often, showing the boxes and like the paperwork. I want to start doing the paperwork too, because if you get a bootleg, those are usually the signs, is like, what does the box look like on the outside and insides and stuff like that. So anyways, moving on. All right, and we're on to the last boy, Chilchuck, my baby boy, my baby grown adult boy. I love him. I just think he's such a funny character just because he's small and everyone was like, oh, he looks like a little guy. But then he's like, no, I'm a divorced father with 3 kids. And you're like, no, you're not. He's like, yes, I am. Here's a flashback. Oh, but let's get him out of his wrapping, his face little blanket, his neck piece, yeah, and his waist piece, the least amount of protective covering from everybody. Why is this red? Okay, but here is Chilchuck, yippee. Now he does look a little scary. I don't particularly like this face, if I'm gonna be honest. This is a little too neutral. Like, it doesn't look like a neutral face that he ever really has. I feel like they could have given him, like, a smirk. You know, he's kind of a know-it-all sometimes. I feel like that would have been a little bit more fitting. I don't know. Call me crazy. Or, like, he needs to look like he's frowning a little bit more. Smirking or frowning. But this... But he does actually have shading on his hair. You guys can probably see that. There's some dark browns on the edges, and it's lighter up top. This little piece, surprisingly enough, doesn't turn, so be careful with it. It feels like it could be fragile and break. Oh, it does turn. It was just really stiff. Still be careful with it, though. Oh. Okay. All right. Oh, does he have, like, red plastic as a base or something? Why? Anyways, we have his little arms. He probably has the most mobility. He has the least amount of armor and pieces. So you can rotate his arms almost all the way around. The upper arm can twist, even though mine's a little stuck. And you can rotate his little handsies. You can rotate his little waist. And you can move his legs. Yippee! But still no, like, foot from leg movement. These are just stiff legs. You never know what you're going to get with Nendoroids. They're kind of all over the place. So, there he is. Now, his faces, which are significantly better than this one. This one's pretty terrible. Fantastic. Just annoyed. A nice, a little annoyed face. Because he is just so done with all of these small children that he is surrounded by. And even more annoyed face. Because someone's got to tell these small children what to do and when to do it. This is the dad of the group. This is the dad. This is when you need to go to timeout. This right here. He has crossed arms, of course, because he's got to have his arms crossed while he's yelling at somebody. He has, of course, the ones that we're going to use. His hot pot bowl and hot pot arm. Very cool. These are also the bent arm accessories as well. And again, these are really good accessories. It's kind of sad because, like, I really like all the stuff that they come with, but I want to have them eating together. He's got a chest with a coin inside. One single coin. I kind of wish that they put, like, the jewel bug's wings in there too. That would have been really cool. Also, if this inside part was painted at all. This is just the red plastic. Here we are with that red plastic again. But the chest is still cool. Could be a little bit more detailed, but it's nice, simple, to the point. He also has a crab claw. And I think you could put it inside the chest, but I don't think this would really, like, work in that regards. He has his lock picking equipment. So he can hold this, the crab claw or the mimic claw in his hand. He can have his lock picking pick in the other one. You can make it look like he's wanting to eat it, or you can make it look like he's complaining about the fact that it almost killed him, but he killed it first. I don't know. Figure it out. He has cool accessories, but I think they could have been done a little bit better, particularly the chest. I feel like this is a little flat. Again, this when you open it, it's just pretty bad. Oh, yeah. He can. There we go. You can put the crab claw in it. I was wondering what this was for. Ooh, yeah, that's really good. That's nice. Get the mimic. I'm gonna get him. Ka-chow. Super cool. We're gonna get them all set up and posed, of course. And then I think we'll be at the final thoughts. Alright, and there he is, eating his yummy, yummy food and complaining about everybody around him, because that's what he does. Pretty fantastic. Do I want to have this face? Hold on. Yeah, I gotta do this face. It's so good. Still a great face. This is fantastic. Chilchuck's he's got two good faces. His accessories are pretty good. I'm definitely going to keep this out because, I mean, come on. But another great figure. Still a little bit on the simple side. These are definitely simpler Nendoroids, but still like it. So, let's move on to the final thoughts. All right, and here's the gang all together. God, they look so good all together. It's so great. I have reposed Laios now as well, so he is also eating with everybody. I just think it's just so good. There's a couple things I think that could be a little bit better about these. For starters, there were a couple not so great faces. So like Laios's and Chilchuck's plain face, like their neutral face, I didn't like it on either one of them. Did not like it on either one. It just didn't really fit them. It looked too plain. It just felt weird. The colors, flat across the board. I had noticed it for Laios's silver armor that it wasn't really silver. It's just kind of like gunmetal gray. Same with Senshi's. I feel like they could have had like a metallic shine to them. I don't mind it as much on Senshi just because he's got the X and stuff on there, so there's a little bit more details on his, but I definitely think Laios could have had shinier armor. It was all clean paint. I didn't feel like there was any misprints really, so that was really good. Some Nendoroids will have some kind of crazy paint jobs on them, so the paint was clean. Posability, not the best. You can't really rotate their feet on any of them. Their arms do have some movement, and like while the armor one's not being able to move as much is fine, even Chilchuck's arms were kind of I feel like it just could have been done a little bit better. Overall, the accessories for all these guys were great. I mean, the mushroom, her staff, the mandrake, he's got the bread and the hot pot, obviously the chest and the coin in there. You really get a lot of options for what you could do with these guys, where, you know, the immediate reaction is, I want to have them all together. But they have so many other great poses that you can do for them all separately, where even if you're not planning to put them all together, or if you just want to change up their poses, you really get, like again, a lot of options. This was hard to not do, though, because there's not a lot of Chilchuck and Senshis. That's the other great thing. There's a Chilchuck and Senshi Nendoroid. There's tons of Marcille figures, tons of them, and there's a couple Laioses, but there is basically no Chilchuck or Senshi. There are the Figmas. I don't think those have been released yet, but I believe they're pre-ordered at the time of I'm recording this, but that's like the only other ones that I know of. But yeah, I'm gonna try, emphasis on try, and post pictures of these guys later, and that will be on my figure Instagram at Desunasis. There's also all my other figures and things on there as well. There's all these other places you can follow me to. You can just find them all in the link down in the description, along with the Discord where other fun stuff is posted and chats, so memes and whatnot. Also, if you're here at the end, so I have, as I mentioned, a bunch of figures waiting to be opened. So we're gonna move you. Don't judge my room, you're probably gonna see parts of it, but I have my figure pile. If you guys have a preference for what you want to see, then I would love to hear your opinion of what you would like to do next. We got my Maki Jujutsu Kaisen scale figure. I forget who this is from. It's a big girl though. We have Marcille. Ooh, the cute little one where she's sitting by herself. I've got like a little stack of Owl House figures. This is kind of a wild card here, but from a small company. These ones are teeny tiny, but just fun little guys I've been, I don't know, waiting to open up. I don't know. I had so much. I just did a Juvia figure, but if you want to see another Juvia figure, because I got another bikini one, because that's all they ever do. Spy Family, Anya and Yor, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Figma, I think that was the deluxe one. I don't remember. Doki Doki Nendoroids that would go together, and then our high school Nendoroids that would go together. So they're the twins or Doki Doki. I think that's everything. If you guys want to see any of these next, let me know, because we've got time. You've got plenty of time to vote. I don't know when I'm going to next record a video and then edit a video. So yeah, please comment and let me know, and I will choose that next. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching to the end of the video. I appreciate you so much. I hope you've had a great last couple months, and I hope you have a great next couple months. Hopefully not as long. We'll see. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.